Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to WORLD. My name, ANDREDONALD. That spells Andre Donald. It is indeed a joy to be with you again for yet another Thursday morning. It's 2 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour. Let's join our prayer warrior for this morning, Chester Bandy David. Good morning, Bandy.
Good morning to you, Mr. Donald, and to the listeners of Real FM. It's a pleasure, it's an honor to be in God's presence this morning again for yet another day. Eternal Father in heaven, we are grateful. This is the day that you have made, Lord. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. The psalmist says, I will call upon the Lord, for he is worthy to be praised. Father, we thank you this morning that we have the breath of life. And this morning, God, as we go through another day, Lord, we ask for your covering. We ask for your divine protection. We bring Real FM before you this morning and the entire family. Father, we thank you for this medium. Continue to bless this medium. Even the needs at this moment, God, we bring everything under your subjection. Father, this morning we're living in a world, oh God, we're materialistic, been driven by mankind. But God, our help comes from you. And when everything seems to fall apart, who could we turn to than to you? There's a saying that the only time black men know themselves is when the back is against the wall. This morning, Father, I don't know who may be in any difficult situation, but we can turn to you because you're God of the universe. God, we know that whenever we call upon you, you answer. So we take the opportunity this morning, God, to plead any difficulties that anyone is going through this morning. You are more than enough. We thank you for this program on Real FM on a Thursday, the agricultural program. God, we pray for all the facilitators. We thank you for Mr. Donald. And God, as we go through this day, Lord, I pray that we will learn and know how important it is that our food security, we shouldn't take it for granted. Because you speak about famine, you speak about pestilence, you speak about things that are going to come to pass, Lord. But sometimes we don't pay attention to your voice. So this morning, Father, under the subjection of your Holy Spirit, we bring everything before you. We bring our nation before you, God. I think about somebody who don't have something to eat this morning. You are Jehovah Jireh, Lord. Oh God, help us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. So as we go through this day, Lord, take full control over our nation. And we ask you to just continue to be with us. Continue to bless this beautiful land. We give you praise. We give you honor. We give you glory. That so rightly belongs to you. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen and amen.
Amen. Brother Bandy, how are you doing this morning?
Just just preparing breakfast, my brother.
Oh, you're preparing breakfast. Any breakfast for me?
You're welcome, man. Come on. That's really funny.
I love that. All right, well, say good morning to the children for me. Give them my love and respect as always. And you, Brother Bandy, take care. What are you doing today?
I've been occupied for the day today have some engagement for the entire day.
Okay, well, we'll catch up. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, man, blessings.
All right, one love. It's real. It's 91. Good morning, Grenada. I love you. Yeah, I really do love you, Grenada. There's absolutely no doubt in my mind as it relates to loving you. Okay, there's a great possibility that we'll be doing the parish games today. That's the athletics meet of the St. Patrick primary schools as they prepare themselves to go launch an attack on the city. That will be coming up shortly in a couple of weeks. I think maybe sometime in March thereabout. Well, we are in March anyway. Yeah. So in any event, we'll get word on that eventuality a little bit later. But tomorrow, the budget. Yeah, the budget presentation tomorrow. Now, we'll talk about that a little bit later on down, maybe just after the weather. I'll return to this conversation. In the meantime, in between time, let's continue to roll on Real FM Radio.
Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
So fast pay, I knew an easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Neighbor, you don't want to save money on your water bill and know your water supply is sure even in the dry season? You ever consider catching the rain and storing it in a barrel or a tank? Well, now they're calling it rainwater harvesting. That is when you collect rainwater from the roof and store it to use later in a tank or a cistern. Personally, I just use my water to wash my clothes, clean the house, water plants, flush the toilet, clean the car, and even bathe and feed the dog. But if you want to use it to drink, then you have to filter and treat the water properly. The people from the G Cruise project say harvesting rainwater supports Nawasa with distribution, saves money on your water bill, and even prevents flooding and erosion. It's also a good way to mitigate the effects of climate change. To build your own rainwater harvesting system, check a plumber or visit a hardware store to get the materials you need. Follow G Cruise 473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube to learn more about rainwater harvesting.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown. The Nexa GUT St. Patrick's Primary School Games is back. March 6th at the La Pocherie playing field, St. Andrew. Come witness 6 schools battling for glory in an action-packed day of thrilling athletic competition. Will St. Patrick's Catholic School defend their title, or will a new champion rise? Be there when the excitement begins at 12 noon. Admission adults $10, secondary school students $5, primary school students $3. Don't
The St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta Celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16th March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27th March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, the world. Good morning to Drumsticks. What do you got for me this morning, girlfriend?
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. Good morning to sorry. How are you?
I'm okay, my love.
Okay. I'm reading from the Word of God, Psalm 105, verses 4. Seek the Lord and His strength, His face forevermore. Remember His marvelous works that He has done, His wonders and His judgment of His mouth. O ye seed of Abraham, His servant, ye children of Jacob, His chosen. He is the Lord our God. His judgments are in all the earth. He has remembered His covenant forever, the words which He commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant He made with Abraham and His oath unto Israel. This is the end of the scripture reading. Brother Bandy, good morning. I hear you loud and clear.
What you easy you here, Bandy?
Miss Kenro, good morning.
All right, that's good too. That's good.
And you have a wonderful day.
You too, my darling. Take care. All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye. It's Real FM. It's Grenada's best radio station, this part of the universe.
You want to sit down in computer. And
Guess what? Ain't nobody ever said that Real FM was number one. Am I disappointed? No. They just said to me, Andre, Real FM is second to none.
yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sizzles.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sizzles.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sizzles. Sizzles. Express your style with Color by Sizzles.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brown Street, Grenville.
Ready for the ultimate showdown. The Nexa GUT St. Patrick's Primary School Games is back. Thursday, March 6th at the La Poetry Playing Field, St. Andrew. Come witness 6 schools battling for glory in an action-packed day of thrilling athletic competition. Will St. Patrick's Catholic School defend their title, or will a new champion rise? Be there when the excitement begins at 12 noon. Admission adults $10, secondary school students $5, primary school students $3. Don't miss out on the speed, the passion, the determination. Who will take the crown in 2025? Vendors, book your spot today. Call 442-9760. All roads lead to the La Poetry Playing Field on March 6th. See you there.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta Celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
In Grenada, we supply fertilizers, herbicides, seedlings and nursery supplies, diesel water pumps, walk behind tillers, organic and environmentally friendly agricultural inputs. We're serving you from 2 locations at Birch Grove and booth 34 at the Vendors Market in Grenville. Cost-effective agricultural solutions for all your needs. Visit Gittins Home and Garden Center for the best in everything agriculture. Call us on 409-2175 or 438-4337. Gittins Home and Garden Center, from your farm to your backyard.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Step inside. Immerse yourself in colors that come alive.
Color by Sissy.
Let your imagination run wild. Surround yourself in a world of color.
Color by Sissy.
Endless inspiration. Bold expression. Bold expression.
Color by Sissons. Sissons. Express your style with Color by Sissons.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from the to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit.
Caribbean, good morning. Good morning to the world. Good morning to you wherever you are. Let's say good morning to the folks at the Maurice Bishop International Airport Meteorological Office, and representing them this morning is Jonathan Price. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning to you and good morning, listeners. Here is the weather for today, Thursday the 6th of March 2025, as recorded at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. It is currently fair. The winds are coming from the southeast at 15 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1013.1 millibars, which is below normal and rising. Present temperature is 26.4 degrees Celsius and relative
March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a sailing festival and food fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final street fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
Okay, good morning, friends. How you doing? Yeah, we had a little glitch there with service on the YouTube, but I believe that we are back now.
The revolution.
Good morning. What's up? What's popping? It's Thursday. It's agriculture.
But after that, you know the
eat what you grow what you want to eat.
Everybody want to see
and live a good life. Do you have a guest this morning? Yes, I believe we do.
And they forget
you'd love that.
Culture.
Remember, on Thursdays we go until 10 o'clock. Good morning, Caribbean. Good morning to the WORLD.
Everybody.
No, I had to say something. I was saying it earlier on, and let me just say it quickly here. Take the time and say it quickly. It's 7:33. And, you want to see me? Okay, fine. Hold on. Let me see if I can do so and handle that part of the thing this morning because everything was like, oh, no, don't tell me again. Oh, no. Okay. Let me see. Can we do this? Oh, boy. Okay, so yeah, I think we can do this. Yeah, we can do it. Hi, good morning. How you doing? Oh, you're in CB yet? Okay, good morning. How you doing? Yeah, I'm cool. I'm good. You see me now? Okay, good. If you can see me now, there's a bad tune in it. Ever heard that? Yeah, I don't remember who sang it. Come on, hulk up the numbers. Come on, hulk up the numbers. Come on, where are all the people this morning who usually hit? We ain't even talking about the likes yet. We need to get to the views. Anyway, listen to this. Yeah. Yesterday, I had 5 persons met me. And the question was, Andre, are you carrying the budget? You cover the budget as you used to do years ago. And I said to them, I don't know yet. I honestly said to them, I don't know yet. I really don't know. And one of the persons, when they asked me, and I said, I don't know as yet, that person said, well, why? And I said, well, it is, for me, it is double counterproductive. Listen to me. That's what I thought then. Hey, it's double counterproductive for me to carry the budget. The government, their contracts with me, I mean, they've taken away, more than 80% of the contract, about 95% of the contracts, they've taken it away. Don't advertise with me anymore. I'm not going to call the places, but they just don't. And I have to use the time to, to make money so that, bills can be paid. And the last person said to me, Jay, I used to really depend on Real FM to hear the budget, to be able to speak about the budget after. And that one tripped me. So last night I'm thinking, bloody hell, what do I do? Because that one person is like 100 persons to me, yeah? And I said to myself, you know what? I think I need to carry the budget. But that was not the reason. The person was like 75% of the reason. But the other 25%, bam, that came on was the fact that although he does not support the same political party as I do, no, he doesn't. But the presenter of the budget, the chancellor of the exchequer, the minister for finance, is a patrician. Yeah! So I'm like, no, Andre, he's a patrician. You got to do this. So tomorrow, God's will, we will be having the budget as presented by the patrician. That's the Honorable Dennis Cornwall, parliamentary representative for the constituency of St. Patrick East. He will be presenting the budget tomorrow, God's will. We will carry it here on Real FM. So on Monday, we will carry definitely the response to the budget by the leader of the opposition. We will be carrying that. And I'm going like this, eh? I'm going like this, and some y'all gonna get real kicks off of me with this, eh? No, I'm waiting for the agriculture people, so I ain't ready to start yet. So I'll go by this. So of the opposition, it's a first. So we are going to be carrying the response to the budget by the leader of the opposition, right? MP Kate Skeeter Lewis. Will I carry her? Well, yeah, she's my friend. She's my real good, she's my homie. Her husband, that's my real dog. Yeah. So definitely I'll carry Kate Skeeter Lewis. Who else should I carry? I'll say I'll carry the other patrician. The other patrician. And when I say the other patrician, I mean Joseph Andal. He's a patrician. So yes, I will carry Joseph Andal. Yeah, I will carry. He's the Minister for Foreign Affairs. Yes, I will carry Joseph Andal. So I'll carry, and no disrespect meant if I mention first names like that, right? Dennis Cornwall, I'll carry. Emmeline Pear, I'll carry. Kate Lewis, I'll carry. Joseph Andal, I'll carry. Who else? Well, Clarice Modeste. Now, that's my homie there. Must carry Clarice Modeste. I love to hear her. So I'll be carrying Clarice Modeste, yeah. And, well, my real dog, my dupes, you know, my real shutter, you know. Keith Mitchell, must carry he. Crazy one. Yeah, must carry he. Have to carry him. And, I grew up on Church Street. I respect the David family. So I carry Peter too. So listen who I'm carrying. Dennis Cornwall, Emmeline Pear, Kate Lewis, Joseph Andal. He make it because he's a patrician. Clarice Modeste. That's my real girl right there. Keith Mitchell, my shutter. Peter David. Yeah. That's it now. Nobody else. Yeah. Nobody else. Let's just leave it at that. Nobody else. Don't ask me to carry anybody else. Alright? So you know who I carry now. So when other people speaking, they can, well, how do you carry? I don't carry them. I carry my patrician people and my friends. Anybody you see I ain't carrying, they're not my friend. Right? Anybody you see I ain't carrying, that is not my friend. Andre, well, you're in trouble today, boy. No, not in trouble. I just don't carry them. Hey, how the life going? Nobody ain't telling me if they on, you know. What happened? Just Christine Otley say back on, and I ain't see from nobody else after that. What's going on all here? Come on, flood the comments, man.
The number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seton Brong Street, Grenville.
I see you put up your rainwater harvesting system. Now you can't just leave it so. You have to take care of it to make sure you always have a reliable water supply, especially during them shortages. To maintain your rainwater harvesting system, clean the catchment area, the gutters and the downspouts twice a year. Inspect and clean the first flush and filtration systems. Clean the storage tank annually to prevent algae and sediment buildup. Repair any leaks and inspect the pump regularly. Ensure there is no water discoloration, algae, or mosquito larva. We in one them thing. Keep a log of all cleaning and repairs. And remember to teach family members maintenance practices. For more tips, follow at GCruise473 on Facebook, Instagram, X, and YouTube. That's GCREWS 473.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown. The Nexa GUT St. Patrick's Primary School Games is back. Thursday, March 6th at the La Poetry Playing Field, St. Andrew. Come witness 6 schools battling for glory in an action-packed day of thrilling athletic competition. Will St. Patrick's Catholic School defend their title, or will a new champion rise? Be there when the excitement begins at 12 noon. Admission adults $10, secondary school students $5, primary school students $3. Don't miss out on the speed, the passion, the determination. Who will take the crown in 2025? Vendors, book your spot today. Call 442-9760. All roads lead to the La Poetry Playing Field on March 6th. See you there.
So fast pay, a new and easy way to pay. So fast pay, so fast pay.
You asked for different and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay.
So fast pay, 2 minutes and you're on your way. So fast pay, so fast pay.
Flow is keeping you connected.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Look at me. Look at me here. What? I just put myself in real trouble here. Yeah, I put myself in trouble. But I custom with that. The trouble thing, yeah, I custom put myself in trouble. That is a kind of hobby of mine. So here what happened. I got 2 calls. So Andre, how come you're carrying the Prime Minister? I laughed. I honestly laughed. And I says, carry the Prime Minister? No. There are those, and I'm being straight up now. There are those who continue to benefit from the consolidated funds. There are those who continue to benefit from the consolidated funds. And therefore, let them carry. I don't have to carry. I can choose to not carry because I'm not being paid for it. Do you understand? I'm carrying because I believe you should hear the budget. And I believe you should hear what the opposition has to say about the budget. I'm not obligated to carry. And I tell you all this straight up, I'm not obligated to carry. Because no other station carries on radio. They probably carry on another platform, YouTube or something. None carry on terrestrial radio. You get me? So don't come and tell me about why I'm carrying the Prime Minister. I don't have to. I'm carrying Dennis Cornwall. One, he's the Minister of Finance. He's presenting. So it would be stupid of me to not carry him and carry Emlyn Pierre because he'd be like, what's she talking to? What's she responding to? So there's why. Yes, Dennis Cornwall. So that, because he's the Minister of Finance, he'll be speaking on, he'll be presenting the budget, so I'm gonna carry. And then I ain't carry no more. It's up to me. But it's the first, so I carry her. And then Kate, as I said, that's my friend. Kate is my dog. That's my dupes. Her husband, lovely guy. I had to go by the bar. Yeah, have a drink. 9 till now, when I go in, I go for myself. Have a drink, maybe have a haircut because he's a good barber too. See, free adverts I just give the family there. See, yeah, that my dupes them. So Kate, right? We think. Then I decide if I'm doing it for one patrician, I have to do it for the next one. So Hugar will carry him. Let people at Shantimel hear Hugar on St. Patrick's radio station and let him know that, eh? Let him know that, yo, you're on the St. Patrick's radio station. Same one that you all don't like. But that's okay. And who else? Dr. Mitchell, well, that is a must. I have no reason for that. I ain't got to give no reason for that one. Clarice, that's my homie right there. Clarice Modest. I have to carry her too. And kind of grew up on Church Street, grew up in town, no Peter, no your family, everybody think. I can't do, yeah, I will carry Peter also. Morning, Pedro, how you doing? Realize since after you launch your movement, you ain't really thinking me. You ain't talking to me. But that's okay, we good still. But I will carry him. And that's it. Nobody else. Morning, BJ.
Morning, Andrew.
How you
Morning
doing?
to the listening public. I am doing fine. Warm and easy as always.
Warm and easy as always.
Listening to you.
You listening to me?
Yeah, you're some upbeat this morning. And that's nice. It changes the atmosphere outside there.
It changes the atmosphere.
Yeah, the
Okay.
surroundings.
Okay. What changes the atmosphere? The fact that I'm sounding upbeat?
Yeah, there are times sometimes you're calm and you're a little grumpy, and
Yeah,
there are times when
I'm grumpy
you know,
always.
Not all the time, but just like how you're coming this morning, very energetic. And that's
Yeah,
nice.
because they're kind of upsetting me. They want me to carry the budget, and then when I say, okay, fine, this is who I'll carry, people call me and say, oh, why don't you carry the Prime Minister? Oh, yeah, right. That don't happen. I will take it place at all. I ain't taking place at all. Not carrying the Prime Minister. They could say I'm disrespectful, they could say everything that they want to say. I'm just not doing it. This is real, 91.9. Stay with us. We've got the credit union
I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. For the start of every new season, we often show gratitude to all our members for your sterling support in the year just ended and share words of encouragement for an even bigger and better year ahead. The year 2024 was filled with many positives for the GCCU, among them the signing of a landmark agreement with Grenada's decathlon Olympic medalist Lyndon Victor. Just to take you back a bit, early 2024, we shared a program speaking of our support given to Lyndon as he was heading into the Olympic with a special request, bring us back a medal, and that he did. Lyndon Victor's story getting to the Olympics is one which embodies perseverance, self-driven will, and gratitude to all those who contributed to his journey. On this week's program, we share excerpts of the signing ceremony between the GCCU and Lyndon Victor for a 4-year agreement valued at almost $500,000. To share background to this historic initiative, here is the General Manager, Mr. Devon Childs.
Well, let me begin again by Lyndon saying how happy we are to have you, and congratulations again as we start getting prepared for early 2028. In February, we asked you to bring a medal to us, and you did deliver from Paris. And as an organization, we are exceedingly happy that for you, in terms of the success that you have achieved, it has been indeed hard work. And since coming back home, I've realized that you have carved out a motivational speaking niche, which I am also very happy about. Yes, we are celebrating the medal, but we are happy that you are able to be around with us up to now and being able to speak to a lot of the kids, the primary school kids and the secondary school kids, and be a motivator for so many of them who need that at this point in time. It is something that we stress heavily when we signed our agreement in February, and you have indeed stayed true to form. What we are doing today is celebrating your success, and we believe that as a sporting icon, your efforts must be recognized and valued in a way, not for a short space of time, but for longevity.
Mr. Charles lauded the decision by the board of the credit union to support this historic signing.
We are extremely happy that we have been able to get to this point that we can sign, we can make an addendum to our agreement. The agreement that we are signing today, it's groundbreaking for us as a credit union and possibly within the credit union sector. Getting to the point that we can now speak of figures where we have agreed to sign you for another 4 years up to the next Olympics in a package that would involve both monetary assistance and tangible assistance to the tune of close to $500,000 is indeed groundbreaking. And I think, Chair, the board really needs to be commended for taking this feat in terms of where we are today.
President of the board, Mr. Tafawa Pear, described the event as historic.
We started this journey not just today, we started this journey some time ago, and we actually got what we requested. We got Lyndon delivered a medal, and so of course that gave us additional impetus to look back at the agreement and of course do much better, I guess fitting the hero Lyndon is. And so what we've done is improve on what we initially agreed on, and we also include a parcel of land that we are going to secure together with Brother Lyndon. So I mean, it's a really good feeling that we've been able to come together to carve out our own social, corporate footprint, and it's a real pleasure to be part of that journey.
We are due now for a break. More when we return.
The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, takes you where you want to be. Feel secure with the Credit Union of Grenville, taking care of all your financial needs, including savings, loans, mortgages, and sound financial advice. Serving you with branches on Jubilee Street in Grenville, Lucas Street in St. George's, and new, spacious, convenient, and modern facilities on Seton Brown Street in Grenville and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or visit one of our offices. With Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the Credit Union of Grenville, your financial security is guaranteed.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us on this week's program, we are sharing excerpts of the signing of an almost $500,000 agreement between Lyndon Victor and the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. Sharing gratitude, Lyndon spoke of what this signing means to him.
God is good. I don't know how else to put it. Thank you to the board of the Grenville Credit Union. But special thank you to Mr. Devon Charles, who believed in me and brought the vision to the board, and they signed off. Such an investment into my future of such a significant amount is humbling, you know. And I don't take this for granted. I don't take my responsibility as an ambassador for granted. I just hope that this motivates our young people to know that when you work hard and you come from humble beginnings, the people who have to see it and the people who have to know it, they notice it. Sports can change your life. Having a good attitude can change your life. Being humble and being grateful can change your life. And such an investment, I didn't get into sports for this, so I know that this is definitely a blessing, and I'm going to use this to help better my athletic ability, help, you know, not just now, but when I'm done with this, I know that I can leave a legacy behind. So I'm truly grateful for this opportunity to have an extension.
And that's it for this week. Until next week, I am your presenter, Ocelyn Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta Celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar, opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from River Sally to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's the Sailing Festival and Food Fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final Street Fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown. The Nexa GUT St. Patrick's Primary School Games is back. Thursday, March 6th at the La Poetry Playing Field, St. Andrew. Come witness 6 schools battling for glory in an action-packed day of thrilling athletic competition. Will St. Patrick's Catholic School defend their title, or will a new champion rise? Be there when the excitement begins at 12 noon. Admission, adults $10, secondary school students $5, primary school students $3. Don't miss out on the speed, the passion, the determination. Who will take the crown in 2025? Vendors, book your spot today. Call 442-9760. All roads lead to the La Poetry Playing Field on March 6th. See you there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians. Like they want to structure the plan. Well, from here to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man Jack this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the old thing flap wide.
Good morning again. It's 5 minutes after the 8 o'clock call. My name, Andre Donald. And of course, yes, I've got guests with me this morning in studio. I don't know if Dr. Antoine will pop in virtually, but if he does, you know, we will accommodate him. Top Cat, thought I would have seen you this morning, my brother, but no problem. We'll catch you next week, God's willing. Top Cat, I expect you to be in studio here with us, or probably send us your email so we can send you that link. Oh, don't forget, we've got Julie Dubois, and that will be on Monday morning. Tomorrow morning, usual, but we're gonna have a shortened version of the extension. So the extension wouldn't extend too much tomorrow, God's will, because we've got the budget tomorrow, and we are going to carry our patrician brother Dennis Cornwall in his presentation of budget. That should start around about 9 o'clock thereabouts, I think. So the extension would not extend too much tomorrow, please God. All right. So now you know what we've got lined up for you. Let me tell you what we have this morning for you. As per usual, you know, and this is one of the most heartening things for me never will I have a program on a Thursday morning, and unless there's an emergency, that my brother BJ wouldn't be here. Good morning, Bertrand John. How are you this morning?
Morning, Andre Donald. Morning to the listening public. I am doing fine.
No. Warm and easy.
Warm and easy.
Warm and easy.
As always.
As always, man. Is everything good?
Yes. Andre, you notice that we've been running this program for a very long time. And you realize that every Thursday I'm here.
Unless there's an emergency.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that.
You know why, Andre? That's the person I am. When I give you my commitment, because I realized you was on on that agenda this morning.
Yeah.
Andre, do you?
What do you think? Do you think I should bring it?
No, just want. Yes, I think you should bring it. But I'm just thinking about the sentiment of the people outside there. Normally, when a budget is being presented in a country, people more or less are they upbeat about it. They want to hear what is taking place. There is enthusiasm. Are you feeling that outside there? It feels like more people talking about where the sports is tomorrow and where the lime is tomorrow and where that is tomorrow. Andre, that's what we become.
Well, I'm trying.
We don't really, there is no interest, there is no joy, there is no zest in you sitting down at home and looking forward to listening to the budget. That's what happens when you're telling a lot of lies. That's what has happened. People lose confidence in you.
That is one of the reasons, BJ, why I am bringing our patrician brother, the Chancellor of the Exchequer. I'm having him deliver his budget on the radio station that belongs to his neck of the woods, so that people say, "Boy, I heard you on Real FM. You sound good." That doesn't mean what he's doing is good. He just sounding good. That is why, that's one of the things. So I want to bring this sort of a zest you were just speaking about. I want to bring that. But I've got another guest friend. Now, physically, he's the closest man to the radio station. And you know what? I just consider him the furthest one away from the radio station. I always say, "Oh, you're coming tomorrow morning, you're coming in." Nah, we can talk about that. Good morning, Brother Hubert White. How are you?
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, BJ.
Good morning, boss.
Good morning to all the listeners worldwide, locally. And as we said, BJ made a point, and that's very serious, the way people are taking this budget now. And there's a reason for that. Christmas is Christmas season. It's a sports season. The budget is long overdue. So if it's just budget season, people have been more in tune, because once you come to the year, you want to find out what the budget has for the new year. But we are into the year already.
This is the third month.
Fiscal year.
The third month.
But what I still will encourage people to listen to the budget. And not just listen to what is presented, but as you listen, you keep it in your notes or in your head. So as the year progresses, you will see how that budget unfolds, whether it was utilized. Because many times governments, and even past government, claiming they have a surplus, and not because they have a surplus, they did not spend the money. So in other words, you budget $1 million for something and got it done in 900,000, you have a surplus. But if you didn't do it, you just did not fulfill your budget. I don't like to call it surplus. Many times you say, okay, we're going to build a bridge there, and you
did not build the bridge.
And you didn't build it. The money there is not surplus. is unutilized funds.
VJ, technical but correct.
That's how it is, Andre.
Yeah.
That's why I don't look at the budget the way people look at budget. I keep telling you that for the last 5-6 years on this radio station. When they are reading this year's budget, as they normally would do, I don't listen to that in any serious way. What I listen to, Andre, is last year's budget, all right, that you presented. What was your achievement, all right, in 2025? I don't want you 2025, but you can rely on already. So I'll wait and see. I want you to tell me last year what it is that you promised in your budget and what it is that you achieved. That's what it is to me. I'll keep telling you as a housewife what is budget, you know. Because when they have like $800, you know, they go in the shop and they say, you know, this for milk, this for sugar, this to send the kids to school, this to pay the boss, whatever. Those are the people who budget because they have money to actually do this stuff and they make it work. What the guys I'm reading for you is what you call a proposed budget, what they call a budget. And that's what they're proposing. Sometimes they don't even see the money yet. Sometimes they don't even know where the money coming from. And they make up whole heap of stories to make something look good, like, you know, country going to be moving forward. But when you look at thing on the ground, when you look at what really happening, these people and them just are fraud. They're just using figures to make themselves look good. What else again?
Excuse me. White, let's come to you. Now, you're a retired worker, so we call you a retiree.
Yeah.
But even before you retired, you were full-fledged into agriculture. You have cocoa, you have what they call a lot of short crops. I don't know, do you have salsa? No?
No,
you don't have salsa. So you were fully in agriculture while you were employed as the manager of the meteorological office at the Point Saline International Airport. Not Point Saline, but the Morris Bishop International Airport. And now that you've retired, you have more time to dedicate to feeding the nation, which of course I can vouch that you do. Am I pleased there? Please check your peas this morning?
Peas were taken.
Peas was taken.
One customer to call.
The same guy from down the road?
From Samaritan
He's
area?
from Samaritan?
Yes.
Okay.
My old schoolmate.
The old schoolmate.
From primary school.
Nonetheless, I guess if there's more, we'll talk about it. Now, in any event, so you are hands-on in agriculture. So I must ask you this. Looking at the function, the works of the Ministry of Agriculture for the past year as a farmer, which you are, what comments do you have on that? On the performance of the Ministry of Agriculture?
Yes, Andrew, that's a very nice question because I have tried to get assistance from the ministry on many times and it was not forthcoming. Even services that may not be any serious financial burden. I'll give you an example. I went to the Ministry of Agriculture with some of my ancillary. They was taking up like a sort of rust spot. So I broke a couple branches and I brought it to them. And all they told me, they didn't come and look at it. All they told me is that I should harvest it more regular. I told them, no, I don't think so because it's quite young still. But the lady was more wise, but she came to me and she really exposed the inefficiency of the ministry. She told me, go to Vernon Thompson and ask the guy what he have for that problem. I did. And the guy in Vernon Thompson gave me something and it worked.
It worked?
Yeah. Who is running ministry? Is it Vernon Thompson or the government? There's nothing wrong about that as a professional. I've been in meteorology and sometimes you look at conditions. When I say conditions, like in the atmosphere, in terms of the atmospheric pressure, in terms of tropical low and highs, and then you look at the rainfall that you got from it so you could build comparison. What that person should do, they should actually debrief me.
Yeah.
Ask, what did you get? How did it work? So the next farmer that come to them, they will have a note saying this work. Because we know that in terms of pesticide, companies use all sorts of commercial name, and if the extension officer does not keep up, they will get left. And this is what happened. There is a disconnect between the suppliers and the technical people. And this is something I have in my note here that we should really, really, really work on. So they should have a bit of debriefing. So if next farmer that comes out, it happens every day in medicine. It happens in law. A case is judged by a precedent that was set. So lawyers have to go back to case that was filed.
Mm-hmm.
And you learn that from great jurists like Sir Aubrey Fraser and others.
Man, I learned that from Prairie Mason.
You must go back to
Yeah.
I remember sitting in the case when we had this accident. Not really sitting, but I was in the courthouse and I listened to Ben Jones defending firearm with that busting. And this man went and caught a case a lot of years, and that case was just thrown out because they charged him for death by defective vehicle, by dangerous driving, and it wasn't. The tire was defective, so he should be charged with death by defective vehicle. And he went and he built that case. So the Ministry of Agriculture, as they work with farmers, they need to take note of problems that farmers have, what was the solution, and how effective it was, so they can help the next farmer. And outside of that, the extension services is almost absent, I believe. There is a backlog of people that have to get, I'm one of them, farmer's ID, because I lost my one, so the one before. So the information is just there. It's just a matter of getting it up to date. And without that, I cannot access any fertilizer or any of the services that the government is offering. So I cannot boast about the Ministry of Agriculture for the past year. I just hope that it would improve.
BJ, care to share on that particular topic? Going to the ministry because of a particular problem and not being able to do so and realize any help from them?
Well, I would like to take this at another level. Andre, the role of extension has changed, and we need to keep updated. We need to keep more or less abreast to those changes. The days when you see extension officer would have come to your field and visit you, and you and them have that kind of personalized relationship and stuff like that. That sort of disappearing. And I could understand why, because technology seems to be what it is taking over. So you don't really need the physical being right there. But I don't think that we equipped enough farmers with the necessary tool whereby you can do without the extension officer. And I keep saying the rule has changed. For example, here you have someone with a, celery problem. And that farmer should have been well equipped that he can go on certain website, put in the picture, and someone will talk to you live, like how me and you talking. And they will, basically guide you along as to what it is that you should be doing. So you don't really need the extension officer. But when you don't teach your farmers that, and you don't, upgrade them, so to speak, what do you expect? Them still call you to some yam conference and some potato conference and have a fact and a spade, digging hole and planting them things and them, And the world is changing, and we need to keep abreast. It going and leave us, we dragging along, and it making us unproductive. It making us inefficient. We cannot compete. How we gonna make money? Yeah, man.
White, we're less than 24 hours away. Well, or just about 24 hours away from the presentation of the budget for 2020. What? First, you later get tired for the 2025 budget. What are you looking forward to, or what are you expecting in that particular budget, Hubert?
Well, that's a funny question. What I'm looking for, based on the track record, I'm not looking for that much. But what I would like to see, that's the better way to pose it.
Yeah,
what I would like to see that in the budget, and it might look very simple, training for farmers. And in training, I make some notes here. Pruning, especially cocoa. There are a lot of young guys who work with me cannot prune cocoa. I have to do the pruning myself or direct them. And how did I learn? There's this guy, Mr. Bowler, that used to be extension officer in Cocoa Board. He came to my garden. He died now, deceased.
Yeah, we used to call him Christ.
Right.
He's a Seventh-Adventist guy.
He showed me,
Christ,
I say sometimes you see 5 unproductive suckers that you could remove. You don't remove all one time because you can put the cocoa under stress. You have to be careful that you don't rough the nodes. The nodes are where the cocoa might emerge, the fruit might emerge. So you cannot try not to scratch it, try not to destroy it. You have to look at substitute branches, the sucker that is very close to the ground. That might be the substitute for the new tree. So this is a training we need. And you don't have to train, you train the trainer. For example, if one person, they could show other farmers. Then you also have fertilizer use. That's a serious one. I sell fertilizer, and the kind of question people ask me. The ministry have to help farmers and guide them. For example, how much farmers know about NPK?
12/8/24.
Well, that's one example of an NPK.
Oh,
and
okay.
a matter of fact, a guy come to me and told me he want 12/8 equal 24. So his arithmetic is even poor.
Okay.
I tell him we have 12/8/24. He said, don't want 12/8/24. You want 12/8 equal 24.
Wow.
I had to do some explaining. Then you have urea, which is basically leaf and so on. But they need training in that area. The use of pesticide. You go to a farmer argue with me, he doesn't know the difference between contact and systemic in pesticide. We need that. Then something when you do agriculture science in school, they teach you. Every farmer should have an idea of basic repair. Whether it's weed eater, is chainsaw, you should be able to change a spark plug, you should be able to do basic repair. That is why agriculture science in the syllabus is one of the widest subject. You have to do a bit of mechanics, you have to do a bit of business. So also, they should get training in marketing and record keeping. And these are the things I look at. Another thing I could see being very positive in a budget is communal transportation for farmers.
Explain.
Our farmers are getting old. And for example, we have people here who have land in the mountain by the dig.
Yeah.
How much people could walk up there? So years ago, people did it, but we are not attracting young farmers. The farmers are not old, they cannot walk up there again, so the lands will be abandoned. But if you have a communal transportation system, it could be government, it could also be farmers coming together and have that approach.
Like Topcat. Topcat has lands up that area, right, BJ? Is up in Peggy's Rim area, Topcat. And he drives.
Yeah.
So you're saying, are you suggesting here that they
Yes.
pool together, and maybe the extension officer can certify that yes, it is happening, it is taking place, and then Topcat gets a subsidy or something, subsidy from
petrol
government
or something,
for petrol. Is that what you're saying?
That is part of it too.
Okay.
Yeah. And so even the reason why I'm saying that, the years ago with the wooden buses, a man could put his cocoa in a wooden bus and drop it to Pointsville. But imagine you have 2 buckets of cocoa and you have to hire a vehicle to bring it to Pointsville. That 2 buckets of cocoa will stay out in the field and spoil because it's not economically viable. So even for that, for example, you could have a system where the government having a transportation based in the agriculture center and say, okay, the transport is leaving here, so it's time to go and sell cocoa in Diamond. All small farmers be by the road by that time. And that's where you assist them. Because one of the things I try to get into people's head, Andre, $100 sale in cocoa is a serious $100, I'll tell you why. It represents foreign exchange. And a lot of people doesn't understand foreign exchange. You sell $100 in lettuce and that's just money that circulates here. But when you do crops for export, it may not be very profitable, but in terms of the benefit to the country,
Why do you say it's foreign exchange? Explain
Because,
that to the
because
same people.
you export that crop, and the monies come from our next country to come into our country. And that's how you balance trade. Because remember, we buy the chicken from outside, we buy the rice from outside, we buy the fuel from outside. If we don't have anything to generate foreign exchange, the economy would not grow. And remember now, we have, what do we export? Not much. Most of foreign exchange comes through tourism and foreign direct investment, and of course, pension, people from overseas. But we look at now the policy with the United States government, it will become the people who will be in this country and sending monies to Grenada will be less. So government must think of a way of what we call they call it the balance of payment. Because you can have money here, and if you don't have foreign exchange, well, then you cannot import. And that is why balancing of trade is very important. But I also believe, Andre, that importing less is as good as exporting. In other words, we have to learn to utilize a lot of our local food. We seem to have a taste for foreign food. And you go on the street and you ask the guy, what do you have for lunch? Oh, lunch was great yesterday. We had big chicken and pie. I'm sure the big chicken wasn't a local chicken. So the chicken was imported, the macaroni was imported, the rice was imported. And this is even what we'll call our habit. We need to change the way we do things. We don't have people utilizing your local fruits to make the drink. For example, you have carambola, which we call five fingers. This thing is so prolific. You have one tree and it's a lot, and people leave it and spoil. I do business, and there's something in a packet called Promix.
Yeah, I see a Promix at your place.
And that is one of the hottest seller.
Carambola.
No, Promix.
Promix, okay.
Whereas our local fruits or Rospo or limes, people don't bother with that. It's too much work to squeeze and to.
So should we have maybe a small cottage industry that can package these stuff?
Maybe not, because I believe sometimes when you think of packaging and labor costs, and when you think of factories and the quantity it need to survive, what I believe, what change of attitude, we must use more of our own stuff.
I just had to read that statement there, and it grieved me reading that statement. Our good guy, Top Cat, he's always listening, and of course sometimes he participates, and he's saying that straight up, extension officers, and I quote him, extension officers ain't walking and go all up in the mountain. These days, a farmer is most recognized as a real farmer that plant short crops. That is what he's saying. And Top Cat should know when I say, because he farms, he does his nutmegs and cocoa and stuff, and most of his his plots are up in the mountain.
Let me come in here. Why I love planting food. I had some very sad experience when I was young. There was a far relative of ours on Montreach Hill that used to give us what we call provision, blood and feed. And me and my elder brother had to get up Saturday morning without getting anything to eat. No shoe, no feet. Of course, that was the condition in those days. Walk up, meet the owner of the land in Snehall. He sits, he take his own sweet time. And then he leave about 9 and we walk up with him. He went in the garden, he did some work, he take his own sweet time, and then give us some provision, and we had to walk down with that. By the time we reach home, it's 1 o'clock. You're hungry, you're tired, the sun hot. I say, I will never have to go through that again. Always have food. And it's a staple. So, a farmer who is depending a lot to survive, his way of living his family, he need to do short crop. But I believe I have a passion for producing sweet potatoes, corn, peas, and government should bring in a program to make staple readily available and cheaper.
But I was going to tell you, about the cost, because the staples that are brought in, i.e. potatoes, i.e. rice, i.e. the wheat to make the flour, is so much more cheaper. A pound of yam. If I have to buy a pound of yam, I have to spend close to what, $4-5 for a pound of yam. So it doesn't make sense because that gets me 2 pounds of rice.
And sometimes when you peel it, what you get is not. You know, Andre, I came up, I say, if I have to go into politics and I have to run the Ministry of Agriculture, I'll get the government to issue a QAA policy.
What is that?
Food must be available in good quantity. It must be available, good quality, affordable, and available.
Okay.
Quality, affordable,
and
available. And it can be done, Andre. But the farmers has to be subsidized. I will take a bold step and subsidize farmers who produce sweet potato. St. Vincent produce a lot of sweet potato. And it's better to import tomatoes from Florida. It will be much cheaper.
I'm going to ask $1 million question here. And then after I ask $1 million question, I'll tell you what the budget is, the amount the budget is going to be. But here's $1 million question. Is it possible that starting with the Windward Islands, so Windward Islands, that would be Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Dominica, Windward Islands. Starting with the Windward Islands, is it possible that we say, okay, fine, here's what. St. Vincent, you grow carrots. Grenada, you grow yams. Somebody else grows sweet potatoes. And we are going to trade. So, Grenada needs carrots. You know those carrots are coming in from St. Vincent. And vice versa. Is that possible? Can that work? Either one of you guys want to think here? Can that work?
Because of the different, Andre, when you're thinking about efficiency, all right, you have to take a whole heap of things into consideration. Transportation costs, soil type, quantity produce, that kind of thing. Because of how all those islands are located and because of the size of them, you really cannot do it that way. Because think about Grenada. You might be able to grow watermelon and all those other crops like cantaloupes and stuff in the low-lying area. As soon as you pass places like Hermitage and Balthazar and those places, you have to switch to another crop, It just wouldn't grow. So
it's like St. Vincent. When you
St.
go in,
Vincent,
you have to plant ganja.
So because of the different, and probably Brother White can speak about that a little more.
Yeah.
Because of the different microclimate you have in those countries, it's better suited for different crops rather than for monocropping, having one crop.
Okay. Why?
The history of regional integration has rendered that suggestion impossible. We haven't been doing a good job in working together, and I don't think that will change.
Agriculture can start it off for us?
Well, you need the administration, and administratively, we need communication with the islands is not even good. It's easier to go to Miami than to go to St. Lucia. You get a flight to get communication with Miami easier. Now, what I think, Andre, should be done, we should set quota, and the government have to get in here. Because if you look at staple, sweet potato, you look at corn, and you have to look at food security. Breadfruit cannot really help us in our food security, except we do a bit of manufacturing with it. But one of our best food security is cassava and corn as staple.
Yam?
No, yam doesn't have, it's good, but it doesn't have that shelf life like corn. Okay, remember, corn is similar to flour, it's a grain.
Okay.
So when we're thinking about feeding ourselves, we go back to COVID-19 and let us think about maybe COVID-27. When you cannot communicate, you have no transportation, continents cannot move, you have to depend on your staple. Once one of my staff told me years ago when I was on job, and he loved farming too, he said Grenada should declare I eat local day and then pass and find out who got food. And you might be surprised to know that our local food basket cannot feed our nation, our local production. And just to jump the gun, something I would like to see happen. You know, normally for Good Friday, everybody depend on vegetables and saltfish and whatnot. I think I would like to see maybe the Thursday, I will prepare in a fairly large market, to hoping that pretty larceny does not take toll on me for Holy Thursday. I usually do that. Have enough plantain, blower, etc., etc. And what I would like to do is to see maybe Real FM go to the street, to the market, to the vendors, and do a bit of interviewing. Find out, because that will be our first Holy Thursday market after burial and the heavy rains. Find out how the supply is, what you can get and what you cannot get.
I like to say this to you straight up. That idea, Real FM going out, brilliant. But you can't, it is very difficult for you to continuously give to the people, and you give to the people, and then the people aren't reciprocating. It's not an easy
but
thing.
But like a news item.
Yeah, even as a news item, because you have to get people. I would not want something like that just to happen in St. Patrick. I would like to see the effect of that in St. Andrew.
Yes.
I like to see what's happening in the market in Gove, in Victoria. However, it means that I have to, in order to have efficiency there, you can't put a worker on a bus. You have to get specialized transportation to take them to and from.
That's where the sponsors come in.
Agriculture needs to be organized like everything else. Just like how you have the hotel, industry providing transportation for the workers and stuff like that, so they can have efficiency, they can have people showing up on time, they can have the guests being served well. We need to be efficient like that with our agriculture sector. Andrew, how about that?
Tell me, I'm listening.
And Mr. White can probably, Brother White can probably comment about that. How about that? That you can sit back in a developed country, you can provide a so-called developing country or underdeveloped country with its food requirement. How about that? That you give them a little job, but at the end of the month, that same money they will be struggling to buy my food. And by the end of the month again, they still will have to be struggling to buy my food. Aren't that economic slavery? Andrew, that's what it is happening. You don't have to put chin on nobody's head any longer, and neither on the food or the hands. You can just teach them accordingly and treat them accordingly, and you can have them in slavery. A lot of us are living in that zone, but we don't know it, Andre. And the leaders are quite contented having us there. And this is the crux of the matter. This what is hurting, Andre. Let me tell you why. Most countries who want to liberate themselves and take the yoke off of them and them people would stop the borrowing of monies. Once you continue to borrow and borrow and borrow, you're putting yourself and your country in debt. You don't have no two ways about it. All right? And especially when you not put it in the productive sector, you're just bad spending money, so to speak. And if, upon that, you have some people providing food for you to eat, means that they can kill you anytime, they can weaken your population, they can charge you what they want. Andre, this is economic slavery, this is imperialism. And we have to break that yoke. Yes, we're going to have to import. But are you telling me that we can't cut the importation bill of food? Something people have to utilize every day, something that you have to use to sustain life. You put it on your back burner. Andrew, let me give you one example, man.
I'm listening.
I hear in recent time, I've heard in recent time, that, hang on, quite a big chunk of this budget will be utilized for a new hospital. Hundreds of millions of dollars. That's what I've heard. I don't know if it's true. No, you would have to think twice. Here you are fighting to build one big institution to cure sickness. It tells me that you're reacting, What you should be doing is to prevent the sickness. You should be investing those monies in the agriculture sector so your population can live healthier, they can eat better food, so you will have less sick people. You forget that. So what is your plan, Andre? Think about it rationally. Your plan is to make people sick and recycle them. So you have new institutions to do that. But you're feeding them with the same old shit all the time. You understand? And you can't see that you yourself have to change the way with your education, with every ounce of energy that you have to make your population live and eat differently. But you turn wrong and you want to make some name for yourself, so you build one monument to cure diseases that you yourself creating. You can't see it's a damn a cycle you're creating of bad behavior and bad management.
Bread for flour, somebody said that.
Well, it is
just
done.
when you were speaking about the bread.
It is done, but the point is again to the cost. What I'm looking at, I've seen it places, but you want to have to pay for it. It's healthy, I guess. It's local, but again, what was looking at costs. Those things have to be mass produced. But Andrew, as we go forward, there's two things which I look at when I went to my garden, which is very serious. What is the government is doing about idle agricultural lands? Idle agricultural lands is very, very dangerous to farmers who are producing. BG has a large area and maybe not much neighbors. But what happened to me during burial is that the people had lands there with large trees right in the boundary. It crashed and fell into my land.
Okay.
Now, if that entire area was cultivated, you have less of the damage. Now, you also have a problem about this idle land. They harbor rodents. And right now, what problem that we have, a lot of my cocoa is being eaten. I don't know if it's rats or there is something they call manico gouge. But once you have other people not working the land, something happened against somebody is not treating the cocoa well and they have witch broom, the wind carry it into your land. Then it harbor thieves. It happened to me. There is somebody have a neck of woods just over my land. And that is very high part. They could see me coming in. And apparently they pick a lot of my peas up there. So as soon as they see me coming, they just have to withdraw in the woods. The woods provide hiding place for them. Very, very, very serious.
But probably they would say if you cut the woods, then you interfere with the climatic conditions?
No. I'm not saying cut the woods. Cultivate the land. So you take out the undesirable trees. And you plant cocoa or nutmeg.
You will get rid of the undesirable trees.
No, the rodents and other things.
The big ones too.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that what I observe that.
White, I don't want that to slip me because you're making a very important point, and I just want to interject. Andre, I've been to areas in Jamaica where people do something they call back-to-back farming. I farm to reach you, and you farm to reach me. So in that way, the area going to be cleaned and clear, and you can create incentive for those things, So you get people cultivating lands that are, normally wouldn't be cultivated. That kind of thing, Andre, because in the end, it would increase production, Because, in a lot of cases, you know what happens, Andre? People who have idle lands, the neighbors who are working hard and working close by, they will eat up those lands. They will, the people who are not cultivating the land, sometimes are left with no option than to say, continue working it, man. Continue, because I'll have no time for it.
For example, a silk cotton tree growing close to your boundary. It's not in your land. You cannot cut it. It poses a lot of danger.
You cannot cut it because it's not in your land.
The roots get into your land. It take up you compete with your plants for your fertilizer, and then you provide unnecessary shade. Andrew, this is a serious, serious business. Blair Atoll is about 300 acres that is now abandoned. Blair Atoll used to be a major supplier of export in terms of cocoa and nutmeg from ages. Government need to step in, speak to the people. You cannot handle it. If you need a long list, get it out to people or acquire it at market value. We cannot allow this to happen in my area. You drove up there with me, and when you look at, and the other thing, Andrew, the problem we're having is that poverty. That's a part of water. Poor space got is itching peas. poverty. When it grows in the neighbor's land, because they're not working it. When this thing is dried and the wind blows it, you cannot stay in your own land.
You can't even stay in your own land. But when it's green and nice, you can eat it like Dr. Varma used to do, velvet beans.
What is it's a legume?
Andre, why did you think your great friend Traore say, hang on, in Burkina Faso, that all land belong to the state?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, even here, all land belongs to the state.
Exactly.
Because you pay your taxes, rent.
You know, sad it is. A few years ago, I went to Diamond to sell cocoa, and I met 3 men discussing. They can't be more than 35, and they was excited about land. What is the problem? Is they can't get enough land to work. I felt so good that these people have this enthusiasm, but knowing the shortfall. Because the people who own the lands, they are not depending on the land any longer. Some of them. I give you an example that I wanted to buy a piece of land, and the guy told me he was getting old and the children not coming back here. And the land is no way you can do housing or anything. The guy told me if you go to the land, you must put wood at the bottom of it to bury the nutmeg when it falls. There's no way you'll get it. And when I heard the man refuse 120,000 for the land, I said, no way I'm putting wood on that land. So sometimes the people cannot work the land. But it costs the money they would want for it. The young people who wants to do agriculture cannot afford it. The government need to have a policy where they will get in, do a fair acquisition of the land, help that young farmer who wants more land, go to development bank, get a low interest bearing loan with a long grace period, and get this into production. Eventually, the country will benefit.
Did you get what BJ got? You have about what? How many acres of land?
6.
You have about 6 acres. BJ got monies for after the burial thing.
How much you got, BJ?
I got 4,500, made some noise, and come on the radio station, they call me back for the other 4,000.
They call you back? You got it?
So,
BJ, you owe real FM. Come on, you owe real FM big time. That's $9,000, BJ, you got. If you didn't make those dollars, you didn't get it.
Real FM works.
Yeah, real FM works.
Okay.
Well, so did you get you?
Okay. BJ got $9,000 more than me.
Okay.
I got 0.
So let me tell you all something. Handle white. Otherwise, we come in for you too. Handle you. Did you fill the forms?
Fill the form, my banking information and everything.
And nothing?
Yeah. And they have my recorders to the motor land. When the lady, my name is on the file because my registered form, I say yes, you have this day, you have that day. Total 6 acres. So okay. Sign, bam.
So you're supposed to be getting $9,000
$9,000.
too. And you haven't gotten a cent. Yeah. And you continue to farm.
Of course.
You sold cocoa the other day, recently?
I sold cocoa twice.
Since burial?
Yeah.
And what has it been like?
Not much, but the total check is about $500.
Yeah.
But that can help.
Yeah, stop a hole.
And I'll still by next week I'll be getting some again. But to give you an idea, for example, I invest a lot in planting, still waiting on some plants from BJ, didn't get it yet.
BJ, hold on, stop right there, BJ. Where how come in man and get it planted? Tell me, man.
I don't think he showed up, man.
Come on. You didn't show up?
No.
I showed up maybe the wrong time, I don't know, but I drive.
The Monday.
Andre, have a number. Andre, yes?
So when can he get it? I will take his vehicle and come for it. When?
You know I don't make promises.
Yeah, I know. So when? I'm going to take his vehicle and come for it.
Next week, Tuesday.
Time?
Between 9 and 11.
AM or PM?
AM.
Okay, BJ, between 9 and 11 in the planting field.
Yeah.
Good, I got you. I'll take the van and I'll come for it.
I don't see you mark down anything, because you people very loose. Things slip out fairly easy. Unless you write it down, you should write it down.
BJ, you're doing that to Andre. You what will remind
Andre.
me? Yes, tell me.
Only a few days ago, I had some fruits for you and said, BJ, leave it in the back of the van, you can pick it up in your Basali Credit Union.
And what happened? I ended up not with a vehicle.
And what happened is that some men passed the car, said it's thing they take off you in it because they realized nobody wanted it.
No, come on. But I did get what you brought.
Yeah, and
man,
more.
The popper was out of this world, man. You don't happen to have any more, do you?
Yeah, man.
Man, the only thing I didn't like about the popper is that I had to eat all one time because it wasn't in stages.
Yeah,
it wasn't in stages. All just right.
You got too much.
No, I didn't get too much. I want more.
You can get
I
some-
love papa.
Yeah,
I love papa. I really do love papa.
From what I look at, it's one of the best food.
Yeah.
In terms of health. And there's two that
yeah.
soon I look at again, the social development of farmers and a rehabilitation plan. Maybe government could look at it for 10 years for cocoa and nutmeg. That plan should include genetic engineering. In other words, we get an expert who can genetically modify our nutmeg, get crops within a shorter time and shorter trees, and trees that resist wind more than what we have. If we come up with a plan, for example, in budget, they put an expert to work on it, our team. A plan like that, you could put it to the FAO. You might get assistance, you cannot tell. And the reason why I say that BJ should remember, I don't know if you remember, years ago we had the cocoa rehabilitation project.
Yeah,
it was funded by CEDA.
The Canadian thingy?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
You could get this sort of help again. And when I say the social development of farmers, businessmen will benefit. You see bonus for farmers, but I don't want to say like you have a surplus to pay it. You need farmers to invest in themselves. So although the price is small, get farmers to save 25 cents maybe from a pound of product. The board match it and the government match it. And at the end of the year, they collect that.
The farmers collect.
The farmers collect that. But the farmers, I like people to big and import. That maybe will be more effective. And government should look at that in principle. They came up with a pension scheme which they want people to 3%, so. But what are you doing for the farmers? So you could come up with something like that. The other thing, get farmers to be involved in the NIS, but make NIS more user-friendly. NIS should have roving officers. You look at all the salespeople, they come with their little tablets and they print them. There's no reason why Farmer Joan had 5 workers. Farmer Joan could barely read. Ask him to go on computer and set up a portal to pay workers NIS. No. We know it's Friday, the officer should come to your field and say, okay, and do his thing, and you pay him, and that money is recorded right away in NIS.
And give you a receipt one time.
Come on, make it more user-friendly. Andre, any government that see more and more people that get dependent on seeds to live, this government is getting into serious social problems, social mismanagement. Less people should be dependent on seeds. So if you have more people who get NIS, including farmers, down the road, it will be a plus for government. And talking about seeds, which I don't understand, one day maybe we could investigate it. A guy told me government put no money in seeds. Is it a perpetual fund? Does that fund has an end? I don't know how it works. So I feedback to the guy on Facebook. I said no. Even though his money comes from outside, administrative costs is a lot. You need your staff to disburse it. So this is something I don't understand. How long would people be depending on seeds? We need to get people to stand on their own and start with farmers by making them more dependable on themselves. I have workers, and the worst thing I could get them to do is to ask them to save. They don't believe in it because they believe that when they get old, they will follow on the seeds program. But this is something government have to do. It will be a win-win for them. Unfortunately, what we have in politics, that the current politician never think about down the road.
Because they know they're not there for long.
And that's very, very bad. So this is why the people should get on their backs to do something like that. We need the social development of our farmers. It's time.
It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.therealfmgrenada.com. Time moving to 4 minutes now before the 9 o'clock. However, at 9 we take a break for the news. However, I want to ask you this because it's something I want to latch on after the news. Is there an aspect of agriculture in Grenada that either of you know, outside of mushroom farming, which your nephew is doing, that we are not exploiting? Is there? Lots?
Yeah. What you saying, man, Andre? There are many different systems of farming that we can utilize and crops that we can grow in Grenada that we not capitalize, you know.
Okay, so here's what. When we come back after the program, you'll tell us what is a lot. And I know White has said that he's got notes, and he has something in the notes there, I believe, that he wants to reveal to the populace. So that is going to come up in a couple of ticks. It's real. It's 91.9, 91.5, www.drealfmgrenada.com. Let me let you know, friends, that tomorrow, God's will, we will be carrying for you the budget presentation by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. And that, of course, is none other than MP Dennis Cornwall, who is from the parish of St. Patrick. Good morning to you, Mr. Cornwall. Here's hoping that you have a wonderful day, sir, and all the best tomorrow on your presentation of the budget. Here's what I'm gonna read something for you and listen up to this. This bill seeks to make provision for the appropriation of a sum not exceeding $1,912,872,000.14 to the service of the state of Grenada for the period January 1st to December 31st, 2025. So we've got a budget that is almost $2 billion. $1,912,872.14 Eastern Caribbean cents. That's a lot. And I really and truly hope that it goes to.
Repeat that figure again.
Oh boy, God, BJ, you want to tie me up?
No,
So
I just want to make sure I hear it a second time.
you want to make sure you hear it a second time? Okay, BJ, let me see if I can get it there again for you. Yeah, $1,912,872,000.14 Eastern Caribbean cents, or East. Yeah, that's it. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Or 14 Eastern, $872.04. Yeah, $872,014. Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
that's a lot of money. Wow. Is that a lot of money, White?
How much do we borrow to actually?
Well, we are looking to borrow something like what? Is it 900 or 700,000? Yeah,
So it's like $750 million.
Yeah, $750 million we are looking to borrow. And of course, yeah, we will be able to take phone calls. Those of you who would have a suggestion or have a question that you want to ask White or BJ, be advised that you can call in a couple of ticks. Stay with us. This is Real FM Radio.
Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
This is the latest news update as produced by Triple N. For details when I return.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Hello and welcome back locally. The St. George's University has officially renamed its campus the Chancellor Charles Modica Campus in honor of its co-founder and Chancellor, Dr. Charles R. Modica. The dedication ceremony held on March 3rd recognized his visionary leadership in transforming SGU into a global institution for medical education. A bronze plaque was also unveiled at the Chancellery building to commemorate his contributions. In the region, in Jamaica, CARICOM foreign ministers are set to meet again to discuss the next steps for member states regarding the potential adverse impacts of U.S. restrictions on Cuban medical missions. These restrictions affect not only Cubans but also foreign government officials and their families. Concerns have been raised about the impact on Jamaica and other Caribbean countries that rely on Cuban medical teams, with calls for a unified regional response. At a post-cabinet press briefing, Foreign Affairs Minister Kamina Johnson-Smith reiterated comments made last week by Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton, emphasizing the need for further assessments on the issue. Minister Johnson-Smith added that regional foreign ministers are awaiting further clarification from the U.S. on the matter.
So Jamaica's had quite a long history of participation in the Cuban Medical Cooperation Program, and in fact that's replicated throughout the Caribbean. So this statement was received with some concern. We have been reaching out to get more information, to get greater clarity. I don't think I would be incorrect in saying that all of the members of the COFCOR have reached out to their U.S. counterparts or their U.S. contacts at different levels, as I have, and I believe we anticipate some more information to come. Greater clarity as to what is anticipated.
And in sport, Bayern Munich have 1 foot in the quarterfinals of the Champions League after a Harry Kane double helped them to comfortably win against 10-man Bayern Leverkusen in the first leg of their last 16 tie. This ends the latest news update as produced by Triple N. I am your presenter Maxine Antwine, thanking you for joining us.
Triple N. Informative, entertaining, and first. Every hour on the hour.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Grenada, get ready for this as the St. Patrick's Organization for Development presents the St. Patrick's Day Fiesta Celebration. From Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. Friday, March 14th, Street Vibes at Rusty Rose Bar, downtown Sates. Sunday, 16 March, church service at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church. Friday, March 21st, bonfire inside Montreat St. Patrick's. Saturday, March 22nd, it's Soca Karaoke at Diddy's Bar opposite the Fun Playing Field. Sunday, 23rd March, Mountain Jam, Celeste Mountain Road. Thursday, 27 March, Health Walk from Riverside to Sates Bus Terminal. Friday, March 28th, it's the Calico United After Work Live, downtown Sates at Calico's parking lot. Saturday, March 29th, it's a sailing festival and food fest at the Breakwater Beach, downtown Sates and Main Street Sates. And on Sunday, March 30th, it's the final street fiesta on the streets of Sates. So mark these dates down on your calendar. Tell a friend to tell a friend. The St. Patrick's Day Fiesta celebrations is on Friday, March 14th to Sunday, March 30th. See you there.
Get ready for the ultimate showdown. The next GUT St. Patrick's Primary School Games is back. Thursday, March 6th at the La Poetry Playing Field, St. Andrew. Come witness 6 schools battling for glory in an action-packed day of thrilling athletic competition. Will St. Patrick's Catholic School defend their title, or will a new champion rise? Be there when the excitement begins at 12 noon. Admission adults $10, secondary school students $5, primary school students $3. Don't miss out on the speed, the passion, the determination. Who will take the crown in 2025? Vendors, book your spot today. Call 442-9760. All roads lead to the La Poetry Playing Field on March 6th. See you there.
Yes, agriculture is the number one. Number one, yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture? I'm talking to the youths of this nation and those wicked politicians, like they want to structure the plan. Well, from to the revolution, agriculture was on top. Man jacked this and didn't do too bad. After that, you know the whole thing flop. Why? Everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. We used to ship plenty nectars all the way down to Trinidad during the revolution. We used to use up all the food that we had. When we could do nutmeg and banana was at the highest level. Now the youth them don't want to take over from the elders and continue. Oh, that's why everybody want to sit down in computer, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. Agriculture, and they forget agriculture. Oh yes, everybody want to sit down in computer. You could live without clothes, and they forget agriculture. Everybody want to sit down in computer. I tell you just now, my brothers, all you go with them computers. Lord, 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 all over the world you go, agriculture is number one.
Agriculture is number one. Where? In Grenada? I honestly, when I look at things, I cannot say, that agriculture is number one in Grenada. The amount of deficiencies that one is seeing in relation to agriculture, it is definitely not a very good thing to say that agriculture is number one. We'd love for it to be number one. We'd love for that to happen. But agriculture is definitely not number one. Any one of you gentlemen care to differ with my statement made? It doesn't seem like anyone.
Agriculture should be number one.
Yeah, it should be, but it definitely ain't number one. What do we do then? And I feel like I've asked this question a million times. What do we do? And are we any better off now as it relates to agriculture than we were 5 years ago?
Well, it has to be encouraged from the top, the policymakers.
Mm-hmm.
It must be. I remember last budget, the person who dealt with agriculture on the opposition side made some very interesting statements. He said naturally agriculture will have some setback.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things is availability of land. As your population increase, you need to build more houses. You need to construct schools, playing facility, etc. So that means agriculture will get driven to the middle belt and the higher belt more and more. And when you look at these areas in terms of the accessibility, government, that's where we need assistance. The roads, as I said, assistance with transportation. Bottom line, government have to sow a culture of agriculture. In other words, I'm doing agriculture because I love it.
Okay.
And if people don't have a love for agriculture,
Mm-hmm.
and it even starts with the parents to the children,
Mm-hmm.
we notice a lot of people, we suffer from what we call the second generation failure. You look at maybe even St. Andrew in particular, the business people who are ruling St. Andrew, their children never kept it up. And maybe Ramdani might be the only one. I say that we should express a bit of sympathy to the Ramdani family and the passing of the
Leiden.
Mr. Ramdani Leiden. You know, something I realized, Andre, which has happened before, and I told my good friend Kenny that maybe he make the difference. Do you know that basically all the big businessmen in Grenada, I'm talking about hardware supermarket, they never turn back on agriculture? Now in Sates, SBL Fund had a serious amount of land. His children still work with their grandchildren in an area called Kashibu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chantemel, close to Chantemel, yeah.
In that area where we call it Dig, it was owned by Mr. Park. Mr. Park was a serious farmer.
What's his name? Had some land there to Creman. Pariag?
In Kashibu, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Then you move to Grenville, the bowlers. Serious in agriculture. Well, the Ramdan is still into agriculture.
The bowlers, I think, still are to an extent.
Then you have Postle. Early Postle is still into agriculture. And these people, to me...
Well, in St. Patrick, you have BJ.
Yeah.
BJ is a millionaire.
Andre.
Yes, BJ? What, you're agreeing that you're a millionaire? You're not going to agree to that.
No, I just want to basically talk on the point a little bit on what Mr. Brother White was just making.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people moved away from farming. Not because they don't like it, Andre. Because it don't make economic sense. It's not sustainable.
That's a point.
So you can't blame them. There is something they call negation, the old have to give way for the new. And if the new are supposed to be more intelligent and, than we are, and they tell you, hang on, this don't make no sense, you better believe them. So you have a whole group of reactionary who think they are revolutionary farmers, think that they can turn back the hands of the clock. It's not going to work that way. Andre, we want to do things in the 14th century. I want to compete still, same method, We're not changing. Andre, we have to improvise. The world is in constant movement, development, and change. Politicians have to realize that. They themselves don't even understand that. How are they going to make the changes? Andre, it's at the top, If you have people at the top who are leading, who doesn't understand what it is happening, with modern day things, what do you really expect?
So here's
think about with nutmegs.
Mm-hmm.
Ordinance.
Yeah, I've been talking about
in the 13th century.
Yeah. I still want to kill Roland Bowler for that because he promised me
but
he was.
tried, you know.
He tried.
Okay.
You say he tried.
Yeah, I was there. He tried.
He tried. Okay.
And get caught up in the system.
The system again.
Swallow him up.
But because according to my good friend Stanley Charles. Good morning, Stanley. How are you doing? Stanley would say to you that's a cartel. the nutmeg pool. That's a cartel. He says you can't get anything unless the cartel wants you to get it. And he seems to be correct. Because Roland Bowler told me in a program like this, we are hosting that morning at, what do you call it? Noelsville. And Roland said to me, hey, he has some people who are coming in from some organization in the Caribbean, and their task here will be redoing or rewriting the ordinance because it is too old for them to operate with now. And yes, they came, as you said, BJ, they came, but the cartel kill it.
And the same people telling you write the ordinance, they're voting against it. When the
That's actually the cartel kill the things. Because the cartel know it's against them.
Mental slavery. Do you think it's a simple process, man? Complicated than you think.
But I know what you're saying there is so important. Go back to what they passed, the person spoke on agriculture. As you develop, the world change. Efficiency, one of the things. As I said, genetic engineering. We need to do more with 1 acre of land. Because you don't have 100 acre again. So your production had to be modern, your species have to be modern, your metallurgy have to be modern. But there's something that an old farmer told me once, and I'm going to put it to you in a question. Which crop in Grenada do you think was most economically viable?
Which crop
in Grenada
was most economically viable?
Which made the most money?
Bananas?
Yeah. And from the time we lost the banana industry, things have changed. I remember school in Samaritan School, and when you look at a boxing plant, trucks backing up all the way to Samaritan Hill. Yeah. And banana does not really have season.
Yes.
You have a nutmeg season, you have a nut open, you have cocoa season,
you
have a pea season. Banana does not have a season.
Just going.
Banana, Andrew and Mr. White. Bananas didn't just disappear like that. They gave us a warning. They say, hang on, you cannot compete with those, big plantations in Central America and South America. And they give us warning for a few years. But Andrew, we're not changing, we're not improvising. We sit down and we let the thing fall apart and we put one under our chin.
We got a caller. Let's take this caller. Let's hear what the caller has to say. Good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Can you please lift that voice?
Yes. Good morning to you, sir.
Yes. Let's try that.
Good morning to your guest, Dr. BG. And Mr. White, I understand, sir, you always a breath of fresh air. Always like listening to you. I call a doctor, sir, and for good reasons. Because everything that is positive, I'm hearing it from you over the months, maybe years, But let me say this: it's a big conversation. You see, you have to concentrate on the development of the farmers, full stop, and that's why you see farmers are backing away because agriculture, yes, it's important, but the price, the returns of the farmer, is not being realized by the farmer. And so as a result that the farmer is not growing the way the farmer should to take care of what is offspring. So they're backing away. Now, with respect to the land concern, many people want land, yes, and the part doesn't have the money to buy land. At this point in time, the land price has gone up so much because of the cost of living. I suggest, as Mr. White, I believe, suggested, that the people who need land at the current price, market price, the government should find a way either to use the agricultural bank or the Caribbean bank to source these monies so the people could buy the land at the market price and to have them paid back over a long-term period, maybe 50, 60, 75 years. Other than that, it could be very difficult for people to get land because nobody is prepared to sell the land at bottom price and then to go home and get the money and to go back in poverty. So that's the solution to the problem, sir. Very brilliant mind.
Thank you.
That risk we need to go.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too. 4420175. You're nodding your head, Whitey.
I love the point he's made there. He's thinking outside of the box and inside of the land.
4420. Good morning. Oh, I thought we got another call there. 4420175. Those are the digits that you can dial, be it WhatsApp or the landline, and you can ask a question or you can make a comment this morning on your agricultural program. In case you're wondering, our time is now moved to 21 minutes, and that is before the 10 o'clock hour. Yeah, we're looking forward to doing the St. Patrick games today, the athletics meet. Looking forward to doing that today. I was really and truly looking forward to do both YouTube and terrestrial radio and so on, but I've just been informed that we have a technical issue, plus we have a personnel issue, in that one of our workers, who is an integral part of everything, he is performing jury duties today, so therefore he can't make it, and we were expecting him to be able to make it, but we were just informed last night that he can't make it. He has to go to court again today, and that has kind of like put a spoke in the wheel. If we had at least 2 days, we could have solved the problem in relation to the video, but 2 days, we're still kind of like hedging on it. We'll see what happens. Caller, good morning to you. How you doing?
Good morning, Andre.
Yeah, man.
Good morning, BJ.
Morning, boss.
Morning, Mr. White. First time I see Mr. White on the program.
No, first time you see him. Not good.
Yeah, and your song, very fruitful.
Thank you.
Andre, to make a difference in agriculture in Grenada, people of St. Patrick's have to vote BJ in next election.
So why not vote Mr. White?
No, Mr. White ain't ready for that yet. BJ put the cards on the table already. So, and I know he gonna make 1,000,000% difference.
BJ in the east, White in the west.
What about BJ in the east and White in the west? BJ in the east, White in the west.
Say it again.
BJ in the east and White in the west. What about that?
Yeah. Mr. White could be the assistant. And they will make a big difference in the agriculture system in Grenada. We talk about land. A lot of farmers, young farmers who want land to work, but they have no land. Look, this company come from St. Lucia and buy nearly 100 acres of land in Woodford. They call Halifax. Rich land. Most of the land don't even work for 300 years.
Yeah.
It's in there. So you have to be rich. I want to go and live now, quarry and concrete plant. You understand? So where we go with that?
Yeah.
So anyway, people of St. Patrick next election, vote BJ.
What's that? Rastaman, you have some spices, what really going on?
Yeah, but yeah, you saying that because you saying that, yes. We remember make a nice plan for you
Oh God, you must embarrass me so, man. You must embarrass our brethren like that.
have it. So.
You have it, okay.
For me, I know transport.
I have that kind of a problem too, but don't worry, we still in link.
All right, bless you. And a book for you for the next trip, eh?
Yeah, definitely. We got that.
Yeah, bless up, yeah.
Okay. Wonderful guy there, and what he's saying that he did for me is oh boy, and I missed the opportunity again because of transport. Lockhart Sebastian Charles. Do you know who that is?
Cricketer?
No. No. Lockhart Sebastian Charles.
So Sebastian is his second name?
Lockhart is his first name. He's a Charles. He's a singer. He has roots in Brizan.
Okay.
What do you know his name?
No.
Oh,
I guess I will speak so passionate about Woodford. Now, I don't even remember the late Cutty Hostin. He was a member of the Cocoa Board in High Street. And he was assistant to lawyer Klein. There's the old man. And Woodford was belonging to the Klein.
Okay.
And he told me Woodford was one of the most productive cocoa estates in that area. Very, very productive cocoa estate. Again, without a land policy, that's some of the problems that we have. And we spoke about lands being inaccessible, but what we observe whenever the road is repaired or the road is built, they term it now housing land, and the farmers, the people who get it out of farming will cut that land and sell it in lots. And as the caller before said, the people need to get the most they could out of land, because if they are selling the land, they're going home, they need a fair amount of money to sustain themselves. And as we said, without a pension for farmers or anything like that, we have a lot of difficulties there.
But I am very disappointed, and that is a conversation indeed on its own for itself, that of how the Woodford situation has turned out. I'm very disappointed, but we're going to do that another day. Good morning, caller. How are you doing?
Yeah, let me come back for 2 minutes. The last, when I lived in Spring Garden, the last supplementary budget that passed, $1 million were put aside to do the Spring Garden farm road. But up I hear nothing about it. I never seen nobody pass nobody was saying $1 million budgeted for the Spring Garden farm road. Nothing has been taking place.
Nothing happening.
Nothing happening. Thank you.
Before you go, I want you to tell them who is Lockhart Sebastian Charles.
Say that again?
Okay, tell them what you set up for me then, and I didn't take advantage of it.
Yeah, because I set you up to have an interview with Billy Ocean and you enter.
Yeah, okay, fine. So
I will do it for you this year again. I will do it for you this year again. No problem for that.
All right, thank you very much. Good.
Yeah, man. Bless you.
Bless you.
Bring him up on the lake.
Oh, yeah. Billy has. Remember this guy Samki?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you brought me
in the studio, right? Yeah.
The other Bajan engineer.
Bajan and Denny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew, every time Billy Ocean comes to Grenada, he comes look for me.
He come look for you. So we need to bring him here. I think we'll bring him here this time. What do you think? Yeah, we'll bring him here.
He's a really nice person, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Really
nice.
nice.
I met him one day. I was walking down Young Street, and he is walking up, and people are passing the street like, and I'm like, I see the person. I'm like, but that's Billy. And then I remember Billy was growing locks. Because he had changed from the Jericho to locks. So as I was passing, it says, Billy Ocean. And then he looked at me and he says, so you're the ones who follow me. and he went on. Man. But I think we've got another caller. Oh, we lost that one. WhatsApp. I saw someone calling the WhatsApp just now, but seems like they've decided not to again. Oh, they're back. And it's a familiar voice, so we say good morning to Godwin Phillip. Gabe, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir. Well, you know, when I call now, it wouldn't be for agriculture because you know my line. But as I hear a voice, my good friend Mr. White, I didn't know he's so good.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to invite him back on the program because I didn't realize he's an agriculturist, I should say, like BJ.
But Mr. White
so when
has
we go
been
get him back. Promise us when we go get him back.
I can't promise. Mr. White is the closest person to Real FM in all facets of the word closest. And he will come when he wants to.
I want to tell you that I have the date, the time, when you say we want a Minister of Agriculture from St. Patrick, and you invite this DJ into frontline politics. BJ, I don't forget, I hold that.
You hold that,
BJ don't know.
Keep the date,
you
keep the date locked.
Encourage BJ to be in frontline.
He's the one that put me there.
BJ, remember that?
All right.
All right.
So, yeah.
I have a note of that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Take care. Have a wonderful day. It's Real FM. It's 9:31, And yes, the comments can come in. You can still call. You can still let us, reason with us. Pick the brains of the two gentlemen who are here. Have to, again, go to the budget. And again, what are we looking for in the budget? But that is not where I will go. I have a personal viewpoint as to the unavailability of the Minister for Agriculture for the past year. I don't believe that he touched the lives of the farmers in Grenada, or he touched agriculture in any significant way. And this statement is not an attack on him politically. I'm just looking at it, and I can't see the barrel situation. It is a disaster. What else? There's absolutely nothing else. And I was thinking that, hey, one of the things that the Ministry of Agriculture could have done is in the Carriacou area, as they start to clean up, because massive cleanup had to take place in Carriacou, as they start to clean up and get the place back to what it's supposed to be. I was thinking that, hey, are they going to, at this time, start to prepare the land so that we can go back to peanuts in Carriacou, White, and BJ? Because we bring in loads of peanuts out of Trinidad. And I do believe that Carriacou, if the peanut thing goes proper, can supply all of us, maybe even St. Vincent too, if they don't have. Supply them with peanuts. I was looking at least for something like that. But the minister and the ministry, we've come out of barrel worse than we would have gone into.
You see, you hear my doc, that's Dr. Antoine, is speaking about this all the time, something that they call research and development. You cannot have serious development in the agriculture sector, serious movement, without having those. You heard Mr. Brother White just alluded to the fact, hang on guys, the land spaces are becoming smaller and we have to function in a more scientific manner. They aren't speaking the same language, Andre. You heard me saying many times, guys, the farm school need to be reactivated and, get the next generation of farmers, more or less being up to scratch. Andre, we are speaking the same language by now. If we were thinking about doing that, we should have a plot in Carriacou, an acre or so, whereby we are doing our research and development.
Like a pilot project?
A pilot project. The young scientific farmers that you're basically grooming in Maryville Farm School, they should be part of that whole operation with some extension officers. So when you come out from there, you basically have the template to move forward.
Yeah.
So you know what you're doing. Andre, this little scratching and digging to little hole and plant to little thing here and there. This is subsistency. That would not bring in foreign exchange. You heard Brother White was speaking about it, If you have $100 and your spin is running a little circle internally, that $100 will only remain $100. It wouldn't change. You have to get monies from outside and you have to stop your big borrowing cycle. Live on your means. Stop indebting yourself. That it becomes an uncontrollable fact that people squeezing you in your throat. Andre, when a man lend you money, don't forget that. It's not owning either you or your children or your country. Don't ever forget that.
We've got a caller. Good morning.
Good morning to Mr. Andre Donald and the gentlemen.
Yes, Mr. Bridgman.
Yeah, I run from Carriacou to come down here to get the call.
Good for you.
You feel glad for me?
No, I said it's good for you. You exercising, it's good for your heart.
Right. A lot is being said there. I don't know the two gentlemen in person, but a lot.
You don't know them? You don't know BJ?
No, I know BJ.
But you say you don't know the two gentlemen.
Okay, talk about some Mr. White or something. So, and somebody else. I can't remember the name of the person.
Talk to me.
Right. No, a lot is being said about agriculture. and the movement of agriculture. And totally right. A lot of movement take place in agriculture, but we have not seen agriculture grow to the development that we wanted. First of all, under the Gary regime, the subdividing of the estate was wrongly done, and in some cases was spitefully done. Right? If you're not on good terms with Gary, he will take your land, he'll acquire lands and whatnot. Some of the persons that own the land only just for housing purposes, and very little went into it. And then farmers, the bigger farmers, bigger estate owners, start cutting their estates and selling it in big jugs because they thought that Gary would have taken their estate. So those he didn't have them take. And a lot of estate was taken. Then the revolution government come, they take some again. So we had governments before who were taking lands from the big shareholders, and we did not put them back into the kind of practice of agriculture. The farm school again. I was one of the students in the farm school when he started off in Maribor with Mr. Winston Bain, Garth Southwell, Arnold Cruikshank. When you hear these names, you talk agriculture. Cocoa Rehab. You know, so there was trained people that get into, went to the farm school, that get into, when you had the farm, the cocoa rehabilitation of the cocoa thing. With that time, he was assisted by Canada, Cedar. People will remember that. You had trucks, you had vans, and you had employees. So a lot was done to develop back agriculture, but not kept as needed. Today, agriculture can't really hold its head. Lots of money has been spent in agriculture by all the government, but it can't hold its head. And that is somewhat not nice. And we're going to see it more and more because we're talking about more lands for housing. Where is the land for agriculture? Which are the lands that was secured for agriculture? This new government tell us that Grand Bay Estate will have been one of the first estates they keep in for weed. Now we hear all kind of thing about weed still. All kind of thing. The bill going to come into the force just now and all kind of things. Even Mr. Clouden say that he not satisfied with the case they're going, and he's supposed to be the chairman. So they're still looking for land for planting weed. We have to make up our mind in Grenada. What are the crops that we want to plant, and what production we want from them, acreage and ripeness. Otherwise, we just spinning top in modern agriculture. There's a lot of land that is unoccupied that could be put into agriculture, and government must look into them so that you control the flow of it. For instance, you have Black Bay Estate, you have Douglaston Estate, and a lot of other estates that have idle land, Bocage Estate, Diamond, part of Diamond still. And every time the government turn, they utilize part of those land for housing. We have to earmark where we want housing, where we want agricultural land.
Clifford.
Yes, sir.
I want to give you a challenge.
I'm waiting on you.
Can I venture out and lease the Bocage Estate and put it in the hands of Clifford Bridgman?
Yes, but you have to first of all have a feasibility study of what we have to do.
Well, you know what has to be done.
No, it's not just so. We have to come up with I alone saying what needs to be done would not be the best practice.
What do you suggest be the best practice?
Well, that's the first thing. If you're thinking of listening, you have to decide what you want to put.
Cocoa. I want to bring back cocoa.
Okay, you have to understand
in a big way.
Right, you have to understand the amount of cocoa that is there, the acreage that is there, what acres you want to keep in cocoa. Because there are so much places that the cocoa is stagnant. You might get a half an acre here, you might get 2 acres there, and so you have to decide whether you're developing the way you have the half an acre, where you're developing, where you have the 2 acres, or so. I did part of that for your friend that was there.
Yeah, forget him.
No, I'm saying that it could be done, but you have to decide. That is not a decision for I alone to make. It has to be you who the person lists it, your aim, your intention, and DJ will tell you that, and then you take it from there. So you know, okay, you have 100 acres of land. Let's say you have 100 acres of land, but you have 50 acres of cocoa, right? You have them at different stage. You must decide which cocoa field you want to keep, which you want to rehabilitate, which you want to knock down, the acreage, and whether it makes sense or not. So because it doesn't make sense going and plant cocoa under cocoa, and there are areas each time again that you could plant cocoa under cocoa, and you decide to remove the older trees gradually. So I'm saying you have to come up with another strategy as to where you're going.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Cliff, thanks.
Andre, something that we just alluded to, as the efficiency, and one of the things that we still have in Grenada, look at one crop, for example, our yams. We still have the ordinary yam, which you call a cut yam. You might get a cut yam about 3 feet long.
Yeah.
And you have to cut it a whole set of head. This is not making sense, difficult to dig. And that is where I see a great disconnect between the farmers and the ministry. St. Vincent has yam, I think, that you could harvest year round. But here basically...
Year round?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So this is the way we have to go. Now, you might surprise, Andre, the variety of yams that the government have. But there's not any launching proper project with the farmers to start propagating the yam. I took on my own and went to Maribor a few years ago. And I purchased a yam called Plimbit.
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 Plim.
And Plimbit is very efficient. Almost basically doesn't have a head. You have to take small ones to plant. You can peel the whole yam. Right now the ministry has Plimbit, Kinabayo, Campbell, Moonshine, Ashmo, Atuta. How much farmers know that?
That's plants available at Maribor?
Yes. Albeit I find it's a bit expensive, but we need to launch pilot project to really help with our food security in terms of staple. That's what I've been saying. And I'm telling you, last year I could not get any because they had a bad dry season, so they had to use mostly what they had for propagating. But I hoping maybe I could get some this year.
The Plimbit?
Or any one of them that they have. Ashmo, Moonshine, Plimbit, Kinabayo, and this yam, in terms of, you cannot prepare it as crudely as you do the ordinary yam. You
can't just chuck it in the hole.
No, like the other yam, all on a cocoa bear. This yam have to be thick, and this is where our farmers are lacking it. We're planting, but we're not cultivating. Care.
Okay.
You go to, yesterday I went to my field, and then the guys had to clean it, and you can't just clean, they had to take off the dry leaves from my banana and from my blogger. A field have to look nice. Agriculture have to do the thing with taste. And this is one of the problems that we have. We are not knowledgeable enough about farming.
We have another call. Good morning. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Dre. Good morning, BJ. And good morning, Mr. White. Mr. White should not be done to it because he ain't getting money. Because I know Mr. Barry, the last time I spoke to Hockey, I don't think he can get his money also.
But Hockey ain't get nothing yet too?
I didn't think the last time I spoke to him last week.
Okay.
So I don't know, but Chris spoke about the housing situation. And we may not have land for agriculture in the future. People don't understand that he spoke about building 500 houses every year. So I don't know where that 500 houses is going to go. Because he doesn't sell houses. Where you going to go? Because this is man thinking straight. How can he put on 500 houses every year? We're getting land to put on 500 houses every year. I mean, it's just common sense. Something wrong with this guy head. You know? Have a nice day.
Well. I think we've lost that caller there. We were getting serious kind of feedback too. But nonetheless, here's a comment coming in from your good friend, Francis Pear.
Oh, Mr. Pear.
He's saying, what other areas of agriculture can we invest in?
Andre, a lot of things we can do, Andre, besides what it is that we are doing now, that can generate serious revenue.
Let's take this caller. She's been calling for quite a while, and then we come back straight to you, BJ. Hello, good morning, quickly.
Yes, Mr. Andre, good
Hi.
morning.
Good morning.
And you and the guests. I'm listening to y'all, for quite a long time. Where will we start? Can Mr. White and DJ start to organize, especially Mr. White with all those suggestions he made? Can he start organizing with the farmers? Remember last week I talked about they're going to the bank and buy this truck where they have the big pulley behind to help them to bring them to the market. Look, Mr. White come back this morning talking about to assist them with the produce. Not only that, I have more to say, but I would like you, Mr. Andre, what happened to Mr. Primus? And secondly, Mr. Andre, you have my number where I asked for the young lady number yesterday in my email on the WhatsApp. I want you to give Mr. Bridgman. I would like to speak to him, please. Thank you.
Okay, great. So, down there we've got one more caller here. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Donald.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. John, and good morning, Mr. White. Mr. White, it's nice to have you, but why took you so long? I don't think I would have heard you on the program before, but anyhow, it's nice to have you, and I wish we can have you again. To Mr. John and Mr. White, the encouragement is given to young person to get involved in farming. We do have a few of them doing farming, but what I would have observed is that they plant, and those who are doing, let's say, the short-term crop, okay? You find that they're doing one crop on that piece of land over and over and over. When you get into farming and you start planting, first thing that comes to your mind is yield. The yield, how much you would produce, how much you would get out of what you plant. And most time you hear them saying, okay, well, the crop that don't be a this year, it don't be a good, because they're just doing that on one piece of land, over the same crop, over and over and over again. And in order for them to get a good yield, what they do, and that is my own words now, they ram it with manure. You go to the soup, you go to the market and other places and buy the produce, and you bring it home, and it don't last on the refrigerator. So to the young farmers who want to go into farming, and those who are in farming doing the short crop, what would be your advice to them on crop rotation? That's my thing this morning. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Andre, it's not advisable that you do the same crop over and over in the same area.
Yeah, remember you told me that if you plant watermelons now, it's probably
3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years before you plant it back in the same thing, because you wouldn't get the same yield.
Well, I and JB had a similar conversation.
Just myself and White was just talking about that.
With the sugar cane in Barbados. Every 2 years they plow the old cane and plant yam or potato and then go back and
break. And sometimes they leave it what they call fallow, they leave weeds and stuff growing, they leave the land rest. And then they plow back everything and start back again. We don't let land rest here.
So, hey, here's me getting all brilliant. So, BJ, what Kenco did in relation to the cultivation of so many cane fields in different areas, can the Ministry for Agriculture now work with the owners, because these have been left with the owners, right? And the cane would have been growing there over a couple of years now, so that when this crop of cane, the present crop of cane comes out from that plot of land, then that farmer or that owner of the land, even if it is leased out, will know, okay, fine, I am doing potatoes, I am doing yams, I am doing something else in that particular plot, because it'll be most of it is nice and flat.
Andre, if this government was seriously interested in agriculture, by now
they'll talk to us.
They would have a plan for all these unutilized lands that are put into cane, and nothing seems to be happening. We had a meeting in recent time when I spoke about it, and I said, hang on, here you are, you got an opportunity to fit in, say, soursop. You have 300 acres of land that are cleared, and you can plant the soursop in bands. It's 20 feet apart, and you still can keep the cane. So you can supply the cane to river and find other places who may want to utilize the cane. We may start seriously thinking about now utilizing cane to make animal feed. And then you can add to your productive sector with regard to your ruminants. You have goats and stuff here. You should be thinking about breeding sites. Andre, this thing where man scratching up and doing 5, 7, 10 little things around the corner, those things can't work any longer in the world.
This is where you're home.
Mr. White just talking about it, intense farming, smaller areas to get greater efficiency. You need to have animals in feedlot, and you need to provide feed for them. The cheapest form of food is grass and is fodder. The cheapest form, everywhere worldwide. Are you telling me that we have those cane growing that we couldn't harvest them in such as whereby we use those starter shredders to shred them and stuff like that and manufacture animal feed on a daily basis? Andre, how difficult it is to do those things and to supply yourself with, become self-sufficient with, say, beef production or, say, mutton production.
This place, what you call it, solid waste. They had to send up one of the biggest shredder that they had. They had to send it to Karakou, and I'm not too sure if it's still in Karakou, shredding the whatever,
the trees and
the wood for the different houses and so on. But what you're saying there is that, hey, we should, meaning agriculture, invest in a shredder and do things.
There is small machine that can chop up the cane top and cut it up so small that by the time it pass through the unit, what you get in the bag there is a dehydrated stuff. All the water come out from it, and you can make them into bale and store them for when rain fall and you can't feed those animals. You utilize those things.
And you add whatever you have to and feed it.
And those things aren't expensive. Those things aren't difficult to do. It's just that the mindset of the people that we have here. Check with us where we spend with money. We're spending with money lighting up the sky. And all we have left for it is memories. Starlight.
that grass you see growing in the river and inlands like a plague.
Yeah.
It's a very good fodder. I think that shredder is pretty sure that there's a gentleman in Monjaloo that do goat farming, and he has a small shredder. A small shredder just like that. A phone I just send in the grass and it get cut up and go near the end. Not too expensive.
So when somebody want to start up a business, they can go in the production unit, buy 50 goats, and they have a shredder, they have a pickup, and they basically start up the project.
First thing that has to be done with that, with all that you're talking, and that is my final word, and then I'll come to you guys for your final word. BJ, I'll start with you, and White will get the final WORD. Now, the first thing that has to be done with everything that you guys saying, everything that all the callers are saying, and the brilliant ideas that we have, the first thing that has to be done is the judiciary has to change. And Tiffin, I don't give me the nice name, Tiffin has to be dealt with in a very serious manner. Because Hubert spoke about he can border his land with coconuts, right? Because, hey, that's it does two things, provides revenue and it holds up the side of the land. He doesn't want to plant it too close because he doesn't want to offend the other farmer. But he plants it maybe about 10 feet in on his property. Now, as soon as that ready, the man come, the thief come in a cutlass. What can he go to the man thing?
Yeah.
And we are not serious enough. Because you see, just like how they deal with incest and whatever, we have to tighten up. So when a man do so and do and he distress you or Hubert like that, this should not be a thing that taking 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 months before it reaches the court, and then when it reaches the court it going through all, no. We have to move to the stage where it comes to the court in 48 hours.
You have a pretty elastic court.
You have a pretty elastic court. It comes, and when pretty elastic court is in St. Patrick, it goes for into the night.
Whole day.
And let's deal with all the cases in St. Patrick. And then we move on to say, we start to go wrong.
And I want to make one recommendation.
Yeah, you're allowed to.
You put Mr. Tillman Thomas in charge of that.
Okay. Let's have your final word, BJ. Let's have your final word.
My final word, Andrew, is that when you're talking about serious development, you need inclusivity. You need everybody, you need collectivity. And you cannot do it in isolation and in pockets. When you want to talk about sustainable development, which is what you're looking for, you need to have people involved, and you got to good for your country, and the thing have to make economic sense. But what you find happening, Andre, is that you have some people who want development, but they're preaching this divisiveness. Only recently I heard someone saying that the only reason why this group of people here is getting is because I didn't recognize they come out on the other side. You couldn't say that as any leader in any country and want serious development. You couldn't be dividing people. Just the notion, the feeling, the sentiment. Andre, there is something they call moral, and there is something they call motivation, That's how you're motivating your people.
Just like how you add to mine, I'm going to add to yours, BJ. We ever say, a lot of people in the world have this saying, recently, that Donald Trump's stupid. They never hear Deacon Mitchell. Mr. White, your final words.
Yes, Andre, my final words. Government need to take agriculture serious. And our lands are getting less lands available for agriculture. We need to be more efficient. We need to learn and adopt best practice in agriculture in terms of what we plant, how we plant it, so we can maximize the land that we have. Feeding the nation is serious business. We cannot expect other countries to even export food to us if they cannot feed themselves. So depending on outside food, especially for staples, we also need policy in place to make local staple cheaper. We need policy in place to deal with lands that are not utilized. If you cannot use it, too bad, you will have to lose it. Because the land does not belong to you, it belongs to the state. And government should try to get all arable lands into production. Whether it's cocoa, whether it's nutmeg, it's food crop, but it's very, very important. Feeding the nation should be number one. As an individual, I give that priority in my life. It comes in front of my shop. It comes in front of everything. I love planting food. I love feeding the nation. That's what I enjoy doing.
Thank you, Hubert. Thank you, BJ. It's been wonderful. BJ.
The only time I see you nod your head for the entire morning is when Mr. White say, make staple and food price cheaper, I see you nod your head here. This food price really giving you a headache,
BJ, economy just clear.
Agriculture is the number one. Number one. Yes, the number one. Oh yes, the number one. It's the number one. Why you disown agriculture?